Hello everybody and welcome back. So if we can get some good lighting on this thing, here we have an RX7 engine, and it's not in the best state, not gonna lie, but I deliberately got it that way, and the reason I did is because we're gonna build it. This engine is going to be completely rebuilt, and we're going to do absolutely everything, hard, soft seal, everything. One of the other things we're going to do to it is we are going to port this engine as well, and turn it into a bit of a brap monster. So, as you can see, we've still got the flywheel attached. This was bought, blown, and the guy that bought it's a friend of mine. He needed a few bits for his rebuild, and it was easier to buy the whole engine and get the bits he wanted rather than sort of fishing around for bits here and there. But this is what's left, just the short block, blown, and we're going to rebuild it. So it's great because I don't have an RX7 parts out there right now. So what this will allow me to do is bring you some videos on how to rebuild and port an FD RX7 engine, the 13B RU. So keep posted, guys. There's going to be lots and lots going on. It's not something that happens overnight, especially because of the cost. The hard seal and the soft seal kit for this are expensive. It depends on which you buy. There's options, and I'll go through that later on. What I am doing now, as you can see, is it looks like a bird's lived on here and done its business all over it. It's pretty gnarly right now. Surface corrosion there, that's white. So what I am doing is I'm actually cleaning it up. I've got my drill down there and my brush, and as you can see, sort of, that's what it looked like before. That's what it looks like now. I have cleaned up the irons as well, and cleaned these up, so that's what it looked like before, and this is what it looks like as it's getting cleaned up. So as you can see, it's going to be nice and shiny. We'll polish it up and make it look rather beautiful. I am polishing a turbo similarly to this right now to make it all shiny and new. One of the turbos in my videos that I said had blown, I'm actually rebuilding that right now and recoring it because it's brand spanking new turbo. It just needed a new core, so that's going to get built, and we'll do some videos on that, rebuilding a turbo. So here we go. So this is it, looking nice and shiny here. That's what it was like before. That's had a very quick go over. I don't know if I can sort of show you. There you go, you can see a very light go over real quick. This area, as you can see here, gets caked up in oil because this is the oil filler neck. So it does get caked up in oil around here, especially on engines with, 100,000 kilometers on it. It's had a lot of oil changes. So it was pretty gunked up, but I've cleaned a lot of that up and it looks 1,000 times better than it did before. And you can see right now, look at how good this all came up. Absolutely awesome. Really good. Serial number there. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this cleaned. I don't want to work on it dirty, because when we take this apart, there's all kinds of seals inside here, and part and parcel of doing this correctly is making sure that we get all that gunk out of there and clean it up completely. Everything, all the little access channels and ports and everything, that's all going to get absolutely scrubbed to living daylights. Make sure it's immaculate, and otherwise you're just putting a rebuild kit into an engine that's going to fail soon. So there's no point in doing that, so we'll do it right and we'll do it once. So we're going to make it go from looking like that to looking all nice and shiny and clean. Then we're going to strip it down. That'll be a separate video because we've got to take the flywheel off. Fortunately, like I said, in Nova Scotia, we are blessed with an awesome group of people into rotaries. And there is somebody here who I know, and he's probably watching this video, who has a tool to get that thing off. So I will be contacting that person, you know who you are, to borrow that tool to get that off. And I will be taking the pump housing off the front of here. And then we'll actually get into the fun stuff. We'll strip this down piece by piece, and we'll actually show you the internals, the seals. We'll go through all what they are and what they do. I'm also going to do some funky stuff. I was talking to a guy who's been involved with rotary racing, including rotary go-karts and building all kinds of different rotaries. And he's worked with Mazda Speed and all this other stuff, and he was telling me some of the funky stuff they were doing to their engines, and I really like the sounds of it. So we're going to do some really off-the-wall funky stuff to this, to aid in cooling and stuff like that, and I'll show you why. when we get to that, but that should technically be its own video in itself on water flow. So here we go, guys. So I haven't got an FD RX7, but I have got an engine, and we can build it, and we can bring you some videos and keep you going. This here is another project of mine. This is the car I was telling you about in the previous video. You're probably not going to be that interested in. This is my 04 Boxster. I bought it as a project. As you can see in the middle of project, there's some coil packs down there, look. So story was potential IMS bearing fail, which is the main bearing of the shaft. It is a really, really common fault on these cars. There was a class action lawsuit won by the people, and there's a whole pile of politics behind that. We're not going to go into it. But I bought this because it's like brand new, and I thought it needed an IMS bearing change, and subsequently I have stripped it down. I've done a compression test. In fact, I think it might even... There we go. There we go, it's still attached. You can't see it, but I did a compression test on all the cylinders yesterday, and one half of the engine's like brand spanking new. The other one is dead as a dodo. It is gone. I think that's potentially now looking like bent valves, broken valve springs, and all this other stuff. And funkiest engine to work on in the world. At one point, I was suspecting the ECU, which is there. It's called a DME on these things, guys. Like I said, not very often I'll get into my German stuff with you guys, but there you go. You'd be amazed how few people have not seen that. The process to get access to this level of the Porsche engine on a Boxster is quite the feat. You have to strip shed loads down. It has to be an exact position you get the roof into pretty much, and then there's a whole pile of clips, bolts, screws, brackets and everything you have to remove to get to this, and carpets even. So there you go. That's what a Boxster engine looks like, folks, and one that doesn't work. So this car is going to be an ongoing project. I'm half in the mind to just put a new engine in, take that one out because it's so easy to do. It drops out the bottom. I'm so tempted to just drop a new engine into it and then work on that engine slow time. But then the other part of my brain that controls my wallet and pocket and money says, no, just take the valve cover off, replace the valves, check it all out, leave it where it is, and just build it and put it back together again because it'll be cheap. I don't know. Engine coming out would be good because it would allow me to change the IMS bearing anyway, which is always a good thing. On these cars, there's an upgraded one in the States you can get that's a lifetime bearing. You'll never worry about it ever again. So that's part of the reason I'm thinking, well, if I take it out, I'll do the bearing. There's a little tiny $12 seal back there that leaks all the time on these things as well, leaks oil. It's called the RMS seal, or the rear main seal. Real easy to fix when you're doing the IMS bearing as well. It's almost like you do it anyway. In fact, actually, you do the clutch at the same time because everything's disassembled. So it's a clutch, bearing, and seal change. But it's just so easy when the engine's off. It's like right there in front of you. I have an engine stand now. So it's easy enough to do. But again, the cheap part of me says, no, just take the covers off and change them out and put them back in again and get it going. So I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do with this one yet. You probably might not see too many videos on this because I don't really think it falls in line with anything I generally do on here. A lot of you guys into your JDM stuff. Like I said, I'm a car enthusiast. It doesn't matter whether it's a Volkswagen Golf. It doesn't matter whether it's a Porsche or whether it's a twin-turbo Supra pushing 1,500 horsepower. Love them. Awesome cars. I don't care. I enjoy working on cars. So here you go. So this is the video. Realistically, I was trying to bring you all about this. Ended up talking about this a little bit more. But that's kind of like going to happen whenever. I'm not in no rush to do that because everything I seem to touch on this car turns epic. But here we go, back to what I would consider something a little bit more simplistic, the rotary engine. So guys, this is going to be the next few videos. I think we're going to be doing some rotary rebuilding, money and time permitting. Lots and lots happening in my life right now, and it's making it very, very difficult to make these videos. Lots of life-changing stuff. And lots of decisions being made right now. So bear with me whilst we do this and make these videos. I love making them for you guys. Anyway, as always, comments, likes, subscribe if you don't already. There's going to be lots more coming, and there will be in July, very early July, an FD RX7 parked on my driveway out there. And there's going to be a whole pile of stuff that we're going to do to that as well. So stand by, guys. Keep tuned for the next video. Take care. Bye now.